Hi, boys and girls. Our next idea lesson is based around the fairy tale Three Billy Goats Gruff. First, you'll watch a video of the fairy tale. Then, you'll learn a little bit about bridges. When your idea teacher comes, you will use the engineering design process to build a bridge to help the Three Billy Goats Gruff cross the river.
This is the story of Three Billy Goats Gruff. Once upon a time, there were three Billy Goat brothers who lived on a grassy hillside near a river. There was Little Billy Goat Gruff, Middle Billy Goat Gruff, and Great Big Billy Goat Gruff, the largest of all. The Billy Goat brothers lived happily on their hillside, spending their days munching grass and drinking cool water from the river. But then, one terrible day, they looked around to see that they had eaten all the grass on the hillside.
Oh no! What will we eat now?
Cried Little Billy Goat Gruff.
Don't worry, little brother.
Said Middle Billy Goat Gruff.
Look across the river. There's a lush meadow over there, filled with delicious grass.
That's right,
Said Big Billy Goat Gruff.
all we have to do is cross the bridge and we can eat all the grass we want.
But crossing the wooden bridge over the river was dangerous. The Billy Goat brothers knew that an awful, smelly troll lived underneath the bridge, and his favourite thing to eat in the whole wide world was Billy Goat.
Who will cross the bridge first?
Asked Great Big Billy Goat. Finally, Little Billy Goat Gruff spoke up.
I will cross the bridge first.
He took a deep breath and trotted down the hillside. Clippity-clop, clippity-clop, clippity-clop went his hooves on the wooden bridge.
Who's that clip-clopping on my bridge?
Shouted the troll.
It's I, little Billy Goat Gruff.
Said the youngest Billy Goat, trying to sound brave.
I'm going over the river to eat the grass on the other side.
Oh no, you're not.
Said the horrible troll, and he climbed up onto the bridge. His skin was green, and his nose was long and crooked. He had warts on his skin and sharp yellow teeth in his mouth.
I'm gonna eat you instead.
Little Billy Goat Gruff was very scared of the smelly old troll, but he was also a very smart Billy Goat.
I don't think you want to eat me. You see, I'm the smallest Billy Goat. I won't make a very good meal, but if you wait, my older brother, Middle Billy Goat Gruff, will come along. He's much bigger than me.
All right, you may cross the bridge.
And so, Little Billy Goat Gruff clippity-clopped the rest of the way over the bridge and was soon in the lush meadow. On the other side of the river, the two other Billy Goat brothers saw that their youngest brother was safe.
I'll go next.
Said Middle Billy Goat Gruff, and off he went across the wooden bridge. Clippity-clop, clippity-clop, clippity-clop,
Who's that clip-clopping on my bridge?
shouted the troll.
It is I, Middle Billy Goat Gruff. I'm going over the river to join my brother in the meadow.
The smelly troll climbed up onto the wooden bridge a second time.
Oh no, you're not.
He hissed.
Because I'm gonna eat you instead.
Middle Billy Goat Gruff was scared of the troll, but like his younger brother, he was also a smart goat.
You could eat me, but you would be making a mistake. If you just wait a short while, my older brother, Great Big Billy Goat Gruff, he's the biggest of all of us and would certainly make the best meal.
All right, you may cross the bridge.
And so, Middle Billy Goat Gruff clip-clopped the rest of the way over the bridge and was soon in the lush meadow with his younger brother. On the hillside, Great Big Billy Goat Gruff could see that both his brothers had made it safely across the river, and so off he went, down the hill and onto the wooden bridge. Clippity-clop, clippity-clop, clippity-clop,
Who's that clip-clopping on my bridge?
said the troll.
It is I, Great Big Billy Goat Gruff. I'm going over the river to join my brothers in the meadow.
The vile troll climbed up onto the wooden bridge a third time.
Oh no, you're not. Because I'm gonna eat you instead.
But unlike his younger brothers, Great Big Billy Goat Gruff was not afraid of the terrible troll. The large goat stamped his hooves, lowered his great big horns, and charged at the troll. Crash! He rammed the troll right off the bridge. The horrible, ugly, smelly troll fell into the river with a great big splash. And so, Great Big Billy Goat Gruff clip-clopped the rest of the way over the bridge and was soon in the lush meadow with Little Billy Goat Gruff and Middle Billy Goat Gruff. The three Billy Goat brothers spent the rest of their days happily munching green grass and drinking cool water from the river, and the ugly troll was never, ever seen again.
Oh, hi guys! Squeaks and I were just playing with some blocks. You know, it may not seem like it, but the cities and towns that we live in are all built using the same rules as our little pretend village over here. It's just that the real ones are bigger. And one of our viewers, 6-year-old Hannah from the UK, wanted to know how some of the things that we build stay standing. So she sent us a really great question. Why are bridges so strong? Excellent question. Sometimes when a road or railroad track needs to go across something big like a river or a deep valley, experts called engineers design and build bridges to do that job. And bridges can be really busy. Take, for example, what's said to be the world's busiest bridge, the George Washington Bridge in New York City. Look at all those cars and trucks. It has to be pretty sturdy to carry so many people and cars. For a bridge to carry that much weight, it has to be built of special material like iron and steel. But it takes more than tough materials to make a strong bridge. So let's look at how bridges work. One very simple kind of bridge is called a beam bridge. When we say simple, we really do mean simple. A beam bridge can be just a log that you use to walk across a stream. Or put a long strip of cardboard between two short blocks. That's a beam bridge too. All bridges can hold a certain amount of weight, but what happens if we put too much weight on a beam bridge? Let's find out. It collapses. So a bridge that carries trucks and cars, which are very heavy, would have to be stronger than a bridge that carries bikes or people on foot, which are lighter. So how do we make stronger bridges? Well, over time, people have learned that certain shapes can be used to make stronger bridges. Take a look at this railroad bridge. It has to be strong because it carries trains. What shape do you see? That's right, triangles. And that's not by accident. The fact is, triangles are really strong shapes for building. If you put force on one side of a triangle, it bends. But if you put force on its point, it keeps its shape. That's because the two sides of the triangle are pushed down by the force, and the bottom gets stretched out to both sides. Each side feels the force, but none of them bends. And this makes the triangle a really sturdy and stable shape. This is why you'll see lots of triangles in bridges, both above the part that you actually travel on, called the deck, and below it. The long string of triangles that you see in a bridge is called a truss. Trusses help a bridge spread out the weight that it has to carry. But not all bridges are made of trusses. If a bridge has to cross a really wide body of water, it might be too difficult or expensive to build a truss bridge. So engineers designed another kind of bridge called a suspension bridge. The Golden Gate Bridge in California is a great example of a suspension bridge. Suspension bridges work by using a force called tension. Tension is just pulling something tight. Suspension bridges are made of a deck that's hung or suspended from thick cables that stretch from one side of the bridge to the other. These cables are supported by tall towers and then are held down tightly or anchored on both ends. Suspension bridges are strong because the force on the bridge gets spread out. The weight of the cars or trains or horses, whatever's traveling across it, pulls on the cables, creating tension. Those cables then pull down on the towers and also pull on the anchors on either end of the bridge to hold up the deck. I could go on and on about all kinds of clever bridges, but basically, bridges are strong not only because they're made of strong materials, but also because of the smart designs dreamed up and planned by engineers. So thanks for asking, Hannah, and thank you for hanging out with us at SciShow Kids. See you next time.